What's up, Matitibais? Welcome to the Math Universe. This is your gorgeous and mathematic teacher for today, Mom Nine. Oh, that's me, or Mom Janine P. Ragos. Mathematic teacher that could give you a new logic, knowledge, and information about mathematics. Are you ready on the lesson that Mom Nine could give? That's great! Prepare a paper and pen and get ready on our Math Universe adventure. Let's go!
We know that the researchers get a clearer picture of the whole group being studied, even from a sample of the population. One can draw inferences about a certain population by carefully selecting random samples and using those data to make interpretations about the entire population. Most of the researchers need numerical values to easily interpret the results of the study. These values are counted based on all the elements of the population or from the randomly selected samples that were taken. The values can be classified into parameters and statistics.
Today, be ready to identify and distinguish parameter and statistic.
A measure that describes a population is called parameter. A measure that describes a sample is called a statistic. There is a simple and straightforward way to remember what a parameter and a statistic are measuring. Parameter measures something in a population. A statistic measures something in a sample. Take time to listen to the examples for you to be able to answer the following activity. Parameter: the average IQ obtained from the entire population of grade 11 students. Statistic: the average IQ obtained from a sample of grade 11 students. Next, parameter: the average weekly allowance of all grade 11 male students. Statistic: the average IQ weekly allowance of a sample of 60 male students. Next, parameter: the average time spent by all the teachers at a certain school in sorting self-learning modules in 2.2 hours. Statistic: a survey revealed that from the randomly selected sample of 400 high school students in the Albay division, 75% do not have internet connection at home. In population parameter, mean represented by mu, variance represents sigma squared, standard deviation represents sigma. In sample statistic, mean represented by x bar, variance represents s squared, standard deviation represents s. This time, let us have activity number 1. I will give you 5 seconds for this. Are you ready? So let's begin. Determine whether the statement is true or false. The given value in the average score of all TVL students in statistics and probability of a certain school is 83%. Is a parameter. True or false? Time's up. The answer is true. Next item. An example of parameter is s squared. Time's up. The answer is false. Next item. The descriptive measure computed from the entire population of data is called parameter. Time's up. The answer is true. Next item. The average age of all the grade 11 students is an example of this statistic. True or false? Time's up. The answer is false. This time, let us have the second activity. Identify whether the given situation is a parameter or a statistic. Let's begin. A researcher found out that the average salary of all the employees in a certain company is 16,240 pesos. Parameter or a statistic? Time's up. The correct answer is parameter. Next item. The average score of 36 out of 150 grade 11 students in an examination is 46. Is it parameter or a statistic? Time's up. The correct answer is a statistic. Next item. Based on the sample of 400 students, it was found out that 78% of them do not have gadgets for online learning. Is it parameter or a statistic? Time's up. The correct answer is parameter. Next item. The teacher surveyed all 48 students in her advisory class about their preferred distance learning delivery modality and found out that 83% of them wanted modular learning. Is it parameter or a statistic? Time's up. The correct answer is a statistic. Now, for your assessment, give a situation in your area that is an example of parameter and the statistic. Explain why you considered it as a parameter or a statistic.
Today had been a great learning experience. So, see you next time on the another Math Universe adventure in statistics and probability with Mom 9. Bye!